So a man and his wife were spending the day at the zoo. She was wearing a loose-fitting pink dress, sleeveless with straps. He was wearing his usual jeans and t-shirt. As they walked through the ape exhibit, they passed in front of a large silverback gorilla. Noticing the wife, the gorilla went crazy. He jumped on the bars, and holding on with one hand and 2 feet, he grunted and pounded his chest with his free hand. He was obviously excited at the pretty lady in the pink dress. The husband, noticing the excitement, thought this was funny. He suggested, "Now, maybe pucker your lips and wiggle your bottom. See what that does." She played along and the gorilla got even more excited, making noises that would wake the dead. The husband then suggested she let one of her straps fall to show a little more skin. She did, and the gorilla was about to tear the bars down. "Now, show your thighs and sort of fan your dress at him," he said. This drove the gorilla absolutely crazy, and he started doing flips. The husband smiled sweetly at his wife as he opened the cage door. "Now tell him you have a headache." So a circus manager is busy tidying his office when a scrawny little guy walks in the door. He walks over to the manager and he says, "Are you the boss here?" The manager says, "Yeah." "What do you want?" He says, "I'd like to join the circus. I got an act." The guy says, "Oh yeah. Well, let me see what it is." So this little guy goes over to the center pole and he starts climbing up the pole, and he goes all the way up. He climbs up and up and up. He goes all the way up to the very peak of the big top, and he looks down and he takes a deep breath and he leaps off and he starts flapping his arms and he starts flying. And he flies all around the big top. He goes all the way around the place. He goes around the center pole. He goes loop-de-loop through the trapezes. Then he gets all the way up, and he takes a nosedive right down to the ground, flapping his arms like mad. And he lands right next to the boss. And he says, "Well, what do you think? That's all you do?" says the boss disdainfully. "Bird imitations." So 2 caterpillars are escaping a spider. They climb up a branch and get to the edge, but realize they are now trapped. "Hold on tight," says the first caterpillar, and he quickly chews through the branch. It snaps, and they begin to fall. But he grabs 2 protruding twigs and uses them to steer the branch through the air with grace and finesse. "That's amazing," says the second caterpillar. "How in the hell are you doing that?" The first caterpillar scoffs. "Am I the only one in the whole darn forest who knows how to drive a stick?"
Subscribe to Lauren's social media now, or I will weather modify your area so you will have flood for a week or so, or my name is not Donald Trump.